What if I told you that WWE didn't just book a Summerslam main event, they booked the ending to a story that began over a decade ago? Because Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins isn't just another world title match. It isn't simply champion versus challenger. This is brother versus brother, loyalty versus betrayal, destiny versus redemption. For nearly 14 years, these two men have been connected in almost every major chapter of WWE history, from standing side by side as members of the Shield, to becoming bitter rivals, to changing the entire wrestling industry together. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have never truly escaped each other. And now, with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line at SummerSlam, WWE finally has the opportunity to finish the story that has been waiting to reach its conclusion for more than a decade. That's exactly why Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins isn't just the biggest match WWE could make right now. It's simply the best thing for business. To understand why this match matters so much, we have to go all the way back to 2012. Three young superstars walked through the crowd at Survivor Series and changed WWE forever. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. Together they formed the Shield, arguably the greatest faction of the modern era. They weren't just another stable, they dominated everyone. They defeated legends, destroyed authority figures, and quickly became the most important act on WWE television. Every member brought something unique. Roman was the unstoppable powerhouse. Seth was the architect and the workhorse. Dean was the unpredictable wildcard. Together, they were unbeatable. But even during those early years, many believed Seth Rollins was the glue holding everything together inside the ring, while Roman Reigns was clearly being positioned as WWE's next franchise player. That difference eventually became impossible to ignore. WWE saw Roman as the future face of the company. Seth understood it before almost anyone else. And in one of the most shocking moments in WWE history, Seth Rollins swung a steel chair into Roman Reigns' back, destroying the Shield forever. That betrayal wasn't just another heel turn. It became one of the defining moments of an entire generation of wrestling fans. It changed all three careers overnight. Seth Rollins became the architect, Roman Reigns became the company's chosen top babyface, and Dean Ambrose went down his own path. But even though the Shield ended, the relationship between Roman and Seth never truly did. Every time their paths crossed, there was always unfinished business. Over the years, both men climbed to unbelievable heights. Roman became the face of WWE. Seth became the company's most reliable performer. Whenever Roman wasn't available, Seth carried Monday Night Raw. Whenever WWE needed someone to deliver a classic match, Seth was there. Whenever WWE needed someone to represent the company every single week, Seth answered the call. Roman became the attraction, Seth became the foundation. Together, they became the two biggest pillars of WWE's modern era. Their rivalry has never been about simple wins and losses. It's always been personal. Roman may have become one of the greatest champions in WWE history, but there has always been one name that continued to haunt him: Seth Rollins. During Roman's legendary championship reign, Seth remained one of the very few opponents Roman could never truly conquer. Their matches often ended with controversy, disqualifications, outside interference, or circumstances that left fans wanting more. There was never that one clean, definitive ending everyone wanted to see. That is what makes this SummerSlam match so different. There are no complicated alliances standing between them. No Cody Rhodes, no CM Punk, no triple threat situation, no authority figure manipulating events, no unfinished bloodline civil war taking center stage. This time, it's simply Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Two brothers, two legends, two men who know each other better than anyone else. And perhaps the most fascinating part of this rivalry is that neither man truly sees the other as just another opponent. Listen to their recent confrontation. They didn't need long speeches. They didn't need to explain 14 years of history to the audience. One word said everything: brother. That single word carries years of trust, betrayal, respect, jealousy, pain, and friendship. Wrestling rarely produces rivalries with that level of emotional history because relationships like this cannot be manufactured. They have to be lived. Another reason this match feels so important is the championship itself. Seth Rollins never truly lost that World Heavyweight Championship. Injury forced him to relinquish the title. He didn't get pinned. He didn't submit. He never lost his crown inside the ring. Now that championship is around Roman Reigns' waist. For Seth, this isn't just another title opportunity. It's about reclaiming something he believes was taken away before anyone could actually beat him. For Roman Reigns, the motivation is completely different. Roman doesn't just want another successful title defense. He wants to finally close the one chapter that has remained unfinished throughout his entire career. No matter how dominant Roman became, no matter how many championships he won, Seth Rollins remained the one rival whose story never truly reached its conclusion. That's why this match matters so much more than simply retaining a championship. From WWE's business perspective, this is exactly the match the company needed. Roman Reigns is once again the biggest attraction in professional wrestling. His return as champion has immediately boosted fan interest, ticket sales, television ratings, and overall excitement. Seth Seth Rollins, meanwhile, remains arguably the most consistent performer WWE has had over the past decade. He delivers in every situation. Fans trust him, critics respect him, casual viewers recognize him. Putting these two together isn't simply creating a great wrestling match, it's creating one of the biggest money matches available in the entire industry. There were fans who believed Obafemi should have challenged Roman Reigns after winning the King of the Ring. On paper, that idea made perfect sense. Oba represents WWE's future, and eventually that match will almost certainly happen. But business isn't always about giving away every dream match immediately. Sometimes it's about understanding timing. Right now, WWE isn't looking for another title defense. They're looking for a blockbuster main event capable of carrying the biggest event of the summer. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins does exactly that. It's a rivalry casual fans understand. Longtime fans have waited years for it. Newer fans recognize both men as modern legends. Every generation of WWE viewers has some memory connected to these two, whether it's the Shield, the betrayal, their championship battles, WrestleMania moments, or countless confrontations over the years. Everyone has experienced at least one chapter of their story. One of the most fascinating details is how often Seth has influenced Roman's career, even when they weren't directly feuding. Seth's presence has repeatedly shaped Roman's biggest moments. At WrestleMania 40, Seth's decision to appear in Shield gear became one of the defining moments of Roman's downfall. Roman couldn't let go of the past. He chose revenge over victory, and that decision ultimately cost him everything. Even when Seth wasn't the central focus of Roman's story, he somehow remained part of it. That's what makes this rivalry unique. It isn't built on championships. Championships simply become another chapter inside their story. Another huge reason this match is best for business is that WWE finally has the opportunity to present it the way fans have always wanted: clean, one-on-one, no unnecessary interference. Roman Reigns has spent years defending championships with bloodline involvement becoming a recurring criticism. This time, WWE has the chance to tell a completely different story. Let Roman fight on his own. Let Seth fight on his own. Let 14 years of history decide the winner instead of outside distractions. If WWE delivers that kind of match, the result almost becomes secondary. Yes, Roman Reigns is the favorite. Yes, Seth Rollins probably isn't expected to leave SummerSlam as champion. But for once, the prediction doesn't matter nearly as much as the journey itself. Fans aren't buying tickets just to see who wins. They're buying tickets to witness the final chapter of a rivalry they've followed for more than a decade. And that's incredibly rare. Very few rivalries survive 14 years without losing their emotional connection. Even fewer continue evolving naturally as both competitors become bigger stars. Roman and Seth have managed to do exactly that. They've been allies, enemies, champions, rivals, brothers, icons. Through every phase of WWE's modern era, they have somehow remained connected. Now everything comes full circle. The Shield created them, the betrayal separated them, championships defined them, WrestleMania moments changed them, years of success transformed them into two of the greatest superstars of this generation, and now SummerSlam gives them one final opportunity to settle the score on the biggest possible stage. And that is exactly why Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins is the best thing for business. But now the question is yours. Do you think WWE is making the right decision by making Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins the main event of SummerSlam? And after everything these two have been through over the last 14 years, who do you think deserves to walk out as World Heavyweight Champion? Let me know in the comments below.